I just did a fairly long meditation on being a spiritual being versus a human being. It was pretty neat concept that I've been toying with. Got it from a John Randolph Price book, and it's day 6 of a 60-day challenge that he has, that I'm on right now, and it left me really thinking about a lot of things. And the interesting thing that really resonated with me, and I wanted to share with you, is a little exercise that anybody can do. I've done it. I've done it a lot of times, actually, and it's something that is in my daily habits now, my moment-by-moment habits, to some level. And what it is figuring out what you're sowing and what you're reaping. And what that essentially means is every single thought you have is just like when you plant a seed in something, and the more you nurture those thoughts, the more they grow, the more they germinate, the more they impregnate, the more they become something larger. And looking at the positive thoughts, the things we have that are with love and excitement, those are ones that we want to continue to nurture. This day and age, there's a lot of stuff around, a lot of media that give us a lot of information to worry or be in some way scared or have any kind of fear or anger or hate, any of those emotions that really don't feel good. And those you kind of look at as weeds. So if you look at the positive ones as the fruits of your labor, or the fruits, things that you want more of. Some of us want vegetables, so if you want vegetables and that helps you, go for it. But look at the positive things that are in your mind as fruits, and the negative things as weeds of your mind. So what the exercise is, it's really simple. Basically, you take around with you a pen and a pad or notebook. I take my notebook everywhere I go. I just keep going through these things. It's crazy. And you write down on one page every time you have a positive thought. You think about, for me, okay, I'll give you some examples. I think about how amazing my cats are. You'll hear me talk about the cats all the time. How awesome my relationship is with my wife, and how compassionate and loving and thoughtful she is. How lucky I am to have so many good people in my life. It's just amazing, and they keep showing up more and more. The opportunities I get to have, and the experiences I get to have, I could go on for hours. So those are some of the thoughts that come into my mind that I want to continue to foster. I want more of that kind of stuff. So I don't even want to say any of the negative ones, because it's kind of giving some semblance of a fertilizer to them, and giving attention to them. But I'm going to do it for the sake of this exercise. So you take your negative ones and you write them down on another piece of paper. So for me, some of the negative ones are, I worry about the state of people's health that are close to me, or even my own health. I smoked cloves for a long time. Those things are painful on the lungs, and there's a lot of times I'm doing deep breathing and I'm like, oh my God, I hope my lungs are okay, because I feel like I should be breathing better than this. Or even, okay, I got the wrinkles in the forehead. Like, where did those come from? Am I getting older? I don't think I should be getting older. So I'm not going to get too in depth on the fears that I have, but they're all over the map, just like everybody else out there. But what I do is I take those fears or those negative energy things, and I write them down, and I look at them as weeds that I want to get out of my system. So what I'll do is I'll write on the one page all the positive things that happen, in or positive feelings that I have, things I'm happy about, or thoughts that I have. These are the things I want to give attention to. And all the negative ones I put onto a piece of paper, and I actually, this way I can stop thinking about them. As soon as I have that thought about the wrinkles, I'll go and I'll write that down and say, okay, I'll deal with that later. There's nothing I could really do about it. Drink more water, put some more moisturizer, but I'm doing the basics, whatever. So a lot of them are things I can't do anything about, like somebody I know that might have cancer or something like that, or a drug problem, or whatever it might be. I can't solve that problem. I can pray for them, I can wish them the best, but really, nothing I can do about it right now. Mass shootings that are going on, nothing I can do about it. So I put those feelings down on a piece of paper as well, and I write those down. And when I write them down, I release it to that. I say, okay, I can't do about it. I'll deal with these later. And I instead look at all the good things that I've written down, all the positive thoughts I have written down, and I focus on that list. I focus on that list. It doesn't matter how small it is or how big it is, but if I keep looking at that list, more of those things come into my awareness. And it makes it a much better experience for me throughout the day. And those are the things that I end up remembering instead of dwelling on all these problems that I can't solve anyway. And quite frankly, I don't want to solve. I want great things to keep coming into my life and coming my way. So that's a trick that I use, and it seems to be working really well. I've got an excellent life, and I'm really excited about the rest of my night as well as tomorrow and every moment that passes. And as soon as I get a moment that I'm not feeling that way, I write down whatever caused that, and I basically take it out of my mind, put it onto the paper, and say, okay, done with that. I'll get back to that later. And then at the end of the day, I'll look at all those good things that I have, and then with the things I've weeded out, it's going to seem a stretch. For some people, it was a stretch. Well, it was a stretch for me at first. I take that paper and I'll burn it, or I'll shred it, or I'll just tear it up. I get rid of it. It doesn't need to exist anymore. It existed for the moment it was in my thoughts, existed for the time it was on a piece of paper, and that's a dead thought. It's going nowhere. So instead, I'll focus on all those good things. And I look at those good things before I go to sleep. I build up my gratitude list. A lot of my gratitude list comes from those good thoughts I have. And it becomes habitual. And then at a certain point, I don't have to write the things down anymore. But if I start losing focus and start going down a path of something, or I get stuck on something, I write it down and put it on the list. So I hope you try it. I hope it adds some value to your life. And I'd love to hear feedback from any of you that do it. And yeah, that's it. So if you like this stuff, share it with your friends. Please give me feedback. Subscribe. Button's right there. And I'll be having more and more videos for you guys. I'm really excited to share this stuff. All right, have a great night for me. I don't know what it is when you're watching this, but have a wonderful life, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.